Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of No One But You. Let's pick up where we left off, and hopefully we'll be able to finish this game. I ran to the bridge upon which I first met Chinatsu. It's the river, the same river where I first met Chinatsu. Why did I come here? Is it because of all the good memories I have of this place, playing with Chinatsu? Did I think that everything could be reset if I just ran from reality? It is understandable that I'd want to run away, to return to my old life, but that isn't possible. What's done is done, and it can't be taken back. I can't go back in time. I can't change the past, can't do anything. All I can do is cry. No, isn't strictly true. There is something I can do. Something I have to do. My impulsive words caused my father's death. If I hadn't told him to hurry, he would have kept a closer eye on the road, and maybe he wouldn't have been hit by that truck. It's all because of me, it's all my fault. So in that case, I deserve to be punished. When people commit murder, they're usually given the death penalty. That's fair, that's justice. It's how the legal system works, and that's what I should do right now. I stared at the rushing water in the river below. It looked dirtier than it did when I last saw Chinatsu swimming in there. The water was dark and steely and murky green. It was something I didn't want to touch, let alone submerge myself in. Nonetheless, I take a few tentative steps forwards, staring at my distorted reflection from the water. Can I really do this? Should I? I know that I didn't really kill my father. It wasn't my fault. It was the driver of that truck. I couldn't have done a thing to stop it from happening. But I don't want to accept that. If I accept that it had nothing to do with me, that would be the same as accepting that Dad's death was unpreventable. That it was meaningless. I continued to stand there, staring at the water, immersed in my own thoughts. Hey, Hideaki-kun. Ah, the two voices rang out from behind us. As I turned around, I found Mom and Chinatsu running towards me down the dirt path along the riverbank. They really do look worried about me. Mom's face is pale as though she'd just seen a ghost, and Chinatsu's wearing an expression of pity. I straightened my back and took a step towards them, away from the river, but as I tried to move, I felt my foot catch on something. Be it a rock, a root, or something else entirely, it sprung to my death wish and sent me tumbling backwards. I tried to balance myself, terrified by the falling sensation. Without anything to hold on to, I could only fall. Heidi! Submerged, cold, and bereft of oxygen, I entered the river. Sinking down to the depths, unable to fight the current, I drifted helplessly, endlessly, as my body was taken below. So this is it, huh? That must be a very deep river. This is what I wished for. Peace and quiet, away from everyone. A punishment I can accept. The further I sank, the less inclined I felt to try and swim to the surface. Alright, so this is a very dramatic part, so I'm just gonna read through and then recap to you what happened so far. So far, he's not regretting anything. I don't know what's happening. Ah, you're awake. Natsu? Shh, it's alright, don't move, I'm here. I blinked as the sun burned my eyes. The entire world was white, as though I had been submerged in darkness until just 1 moment ago. I'm sorry, Hideaki-kun. I really am sorry. The figure in front of me sobbed, begging for forgiveness. I could barely make out the image before me, but even without my eyes twitching, I knew who it was. Alright, so she finished telling her story. We just had a little flashback, I'm guessing, explaining what happened to Hideaki in the past. I remember. Chinatsu, I know her. We were friends. Forgetting in order to protect yourself and Chinatsu. Alright, time to ask if she's alive or not. What happened to Chinatsu? She had swallowed too much water. No matter what I did, she didn't wake up. That doesn't really make that much sense to me. Because she was able to swim back to the shore and then she died. Damn. She must have been really holding out to the last minute. And one day I killed two of the people closest to me. I killed two good, kind, caring people, all because of my selfish and impatient personality. She died trying to save me, and I forgot about her. This music doesn't feel setting at all. It's annoying. Not only did she die for me, she revived for my sake too. Throughout her entire life, even after her death, I've been an insurmountable burden to her. She will finally know peace. Returning once again to the scene of so much pain and joy, I crept out of the house and over to Chinatsu's bridge. Although I had missed her so frequently, and logically she shouldn't have been there, I knew I'd find her here tonight. So you're here again, huh? Oh, hello, Hideaki-kun. Chinatsu turned to face me, wearing a smile without a hint of sadness. Despite our recent encounters, all ending badly, Chinatsu seemed as joyful and kind as ever. She greeted me without hesitation, smiled happily, and acted like her old self. But something was amiss. Although she wore a smile, Chinatsu's pale skin looked even lighter than usual. In fact, it looked downright transparent, like a glass window. I could see right through her head, as though she wasn't even there. And at that moment, I knew what was wrong. Chinatsu's time is finally up. Her visage faded in and out, lacking the detail she once possessed. Her body pulsed. I could see her energy waning, each time fearing it might be the last. I wonder if it hurts. Residing in this world of living as a ghost, with no flesh and blood body to keep you anchored to reality, it must be painful. And yet every moment until this point, she struggled against her very nature, just so she could spend time with me. She did all for me, and that's unforgivable. What is it, Hideaki-kun? You look sad. Of course I'm sad. How could I not be sad, given what happened? I forgot all about you. You might have forgotten me, but it was not deliberate. That doesn't matter. I forgot you. You sacrificed so much for me, and I was a horrible friend. You could hardly call me a friend at all, and yet you gave up your life for me. You gave up your life, and then your afterlife too. I don't deserve it. I can't stand it. You didn't need to sacrifice so much for me. You shouldn't have. You. You shouldn't have died. I didn't want you to die. Hideaki-kun. Why did you wait here for me? I don't understand. Come on, man. Say our final goodbye. I don't entirely understand it either. Becoming a ghost wasn't a conscious decision that I made. It just kind of happened. One moment I was drowning, and the next, I'm not sure. I remember praying as I went under. I hope Hideaki-kun is okay. I want to make sure he's okay. That was when I saw a light. It was soft and warm, even though the river was horribly cold, and I went towards it. Then, when I opened my eyes, I was sitting by the riverbank, and you were lying there. Your eyes were closed, your body was cold, and yet I was the one who was dead. I remember that. I saw you leaning over me. You told me it would be better if I forgot everything. That's right. I did. I thought you would be happier that way. But even though I wanted that what was best for you, I was selfish. I couldn't stand being forgotten. And that was why I couldn't pass on. Because contrary to what I said, I want you to remember me. Alright, with that being said, it's time for Oh Yeah time. Alright, so for this Oh Yeah time, let's talk about this great manga that I recommend everyone to read. It's called Koe no Katachi. It's fairly old, and it's also called The Shape of Voice, or A Silent Voice in English. What I really enjoyed about this manga is how realistic it is, and there's a lot of drama. So I will just read a few bits of the article. It's not very long compared to my other reviews like in the Anime Treasury. But anyways, don't worry, there's not going to be any spoilers. So a little bit about the manga. The manga is about a girl that is deaf and has trouble conveying her feelings, of course talking, and noticing what is happening around her. While the manga starts off in an elementary school setting, it was necessary in order to make the story interesting, as it turned out in the end. We first follow the life of a little girl, the deaf one, whose name is Shoko Nishimiya. She was getting along with everyone, and the students were just living life. All of a sudden, a brat comes out of nowhere. Not really, and starts making fun of her. This later escalates into a huge problem. It was saddening to see how the students were picking on a disabled student. More things happened during that, but let's move on. See, I'm not trying to spoil anything about this manga, so you should read it, as it's actually not that long, honestly. But yeah, Koe no Katachi, very great read, and I'm happy that it's getting a movie film that's gonna be produced by Kyoto Animation. So I hope they don't mess it up. I really hope they put in the important scenes, which I will not tell you which are the important scenes. You'll know the important scenes once you read the manga, because it has such a great impact on the characters overall. I'll just mention one scene. Probably the amusement park one is an important part of the manga. Well, that's it for this Oh Yeah time. Fairly short. I'll try to keep these Oh Yeah times below 3 minutes so we can get back to the game. Alright, now let's return to No One But You, and hopefully you check out Koe no Katachi, and please check out my site, Sunkoi Wish. If you have any suggestions, like you need help with, let's say, electrical engineering or something, maybe I can help, because I'm a senior right now, and I'm in my last EE class for Compi, so maybe I can help with that. Alright, back to No One But You. I couldn't stand being forgotten. I already read that part. I didn't want to upset you, so I tried to keep my distance, but at the same time I couldn't stop thinking about you. I mean, I did die because of you, Hideaki-kun. It wasn't as though I was hoping for some kind of reward, but maybe I did want you to recognize how hard I worked. Chinatsu smiled teasingly, careful not to sound serious as she laid blame for her death. So do you understand now? I'm not a good person. I wasn't waiting for your sake, it was for mine. It was because, deep down inside, I really didn't want to be acknowledged. I wanted my death to mean something, and I wanted to see you one last time. Though we only knew each other for a short while, I really did like you, Hideaki-kun. Instead of growing fading away, she looked like she shrunk. I should have just changed the opacity. Goodbye. Goodbye, Chinatsu. I can't believe I ended up with not even a person. Oh, she's gonna rest in peace. If I were Chinatsu, I know I would. But I don't want you to go. Hideaki-kun, you might be at peace, but I don't know what to do anymore. How can I keep on going, knowing that a good person, a kind, gentle, caring girl, died on my behalf? You're going to disappear, and I'm going to stay behind, and it just isn't fair. You're right, it isn't fair. But life rarely is. I've had enough time to realize that. Don't worry and don't cry for me either. I saved you because I wanted to. I did it because I liked you. So don't worry, I don't resent you. She's strong, far stronger than I am. Even now, as she's about to die yet again, I'm the one crying, not her. I must look so stupid. I don't think you look stupid. In fact, I'm flattered that you care for me so deeply, Hideaki-kun. I make a pretty bad lead in a romance drama, would I? Weeping like that? Maybe not. Women like sensitive men. Or at least I do. Chinatsu. No, I think I might have had something of a crush on you when I was little, Hideaki-kun. You were my first love. Is this the last goodbye? Don't worry, we're gonna find out. I wanna beat this game already. Maybe I still do, just a little bit. Do. I admire you, Chinatsu, and I've done so from the moment I met you. When I was a kid, I look up to you. Okay. But because of the overpowering emotion flowing through her, I wonder what's gonna happen. Is some miracle gonna happen? Or we're just going to move on with our life? No matter what form they take, the dead are dead, and they cannot ever truly reunite with the living. This feels right. It has to be right. Because I love her. I lowered my head and Chinatsu raised hers to meet mine. This is all I can do. What? I brought my own lips to meet the ghostly impression of Chinatsu's. I couldn't feel anything, other than a slight touch of cold air. The motion was so chaste, it could not even be called a kiss. Even fourth graders would be more daring. But to me, it was precious nevertheless. This is my precious final moment with Chinatsu Misaki, the fierce young girl who stole my heart and consequently lost the use of her own. I closed my eyes, vividly imagining that I really was holding Chinatsu in my arms, feeling her lips against mine. Chinatsu. And when I finally opened my eyes, I was all alone. Okay, that was so sudden. I opened my eyes. I was all alone. Boom. Shoot me the credits. let's take a moment of silence, and I'll talk after then the credits. Okay, so I got the Chinatsu ending. I have no idea how I got it. I'm guessing I didn't meet up with anyone else's routes. The stars up ahead twinkled, cold and distant. If I tilted my head back and stared, I could swear that I saw a brief glimmer up there, a small spear dwarfed by the moon. That couldn't be Venus, could it? Even when she isn't here, a part of Chinatsu will remain with me forever. I hope I didn't disappoint her. This feeling may fade over time, as all memories do. What? Memories don't fade. But for now, I'm content simply recalling those emotions. It's bittersweet, of course, and I can't deny that I feel sad when reflecting on my memories of Chinatsu, but I've never regretted them. Even if I had the chance to do all this again, I don't think I'd choose to do anything differently. My life could have branched out in numerous ways, with every single thing I said or did, but no matter what, I wouldn't be satisfied with any other outcome. For me, it could only ever be Chinatsu. But I wonder, if you get the other girls' routes, would it not be Chinatsu and it would be like Megumi or Shiro? I kinda want to go for the other routes, but I feel like this one is the more natural one, since it fits his past, I'm guessing. Just like Chinatsu, not like my feelings though. If I had forgotten her, why would I have come to this bridge, where I first met her, on such a special day? Here's to you, Chinatsu. I'm still thinking about you, and I hope you're happy, wherever you are. It's snowing. Happy New Year, Chinatsu. Oh. Alright, so that's the end of this series of No One But You. Sorry, my voice cracked. So we ended up with Chinatsu's ending. Hopefully that wasn't one of the worst endings we've gotten, or I've gotten, from a visual novel. And that's it for this series. So until next time, I'm going to be playing different visual novels. If you have any suggestions, leave a comment below. And leave a like, comment, or subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. And remember, have a fantastic day.